and welcome back to the MCOC show. I'm your host, Sterling,
And I'm Monique.
and we're back for episode, I believe this is four. Um,
I think so.
it's weird. My head hurts a little bit because we haven't even really talked about this on the show because we've been dealing with it behind the scenes. But trying to put up the episode on YouTube for the last recording,
Did you
I'ma
just
just
miss Pride Month altogether?
dog. We're still trying to render it.
Really?
Yeah, it won't render past like 53 minutes or some shit. Like it's bad. Like
Damn.
it might hit to the point where like that's just like a whenever we figure it out, it might just be like a Patreon only thing because like I'm not even gonna
Oh,
do video this time because I ain't trying to test the fate of the gods, like
damn.
they just straight up were like no, like Quita did mad work on it, like that, like it was highly edited, you know what I mean, like
Mhm.
every time it was just like no, you're not getting past this point, so she's still figuring it out, but
So could you so are you able to play the video in your uh program and it just won't output, or do you just you can't see
I,
the whole thing?
I see what's happening here once again. You're talking to talent, and I need you to go talk to the editor about that shit because I don't know. My job is I get on the mic and I make people laugh with the ha-has, and we talk about MCOC. What happens after when I hit that stop button up there in the top left hand corner?
Not your problem anymore.
You can tell me anybody did that shit, and I was like, sure, I believe you because I don't look over here no more. That's no. I gotta go back to fucking grinding fucking ranks in Destiny so I can do Grandmasters. Like
Mm,
I'm out here living another life right now. But yeah. So while that episode was heard, at least you know what I mean. I really wish it was up on YouTube, but this episode will be a much uh probably less heated topic uh on this episode, being that
for sure.
nothing has happened um of any consequence in the world ever in the last 3 weeks. So we're just gonna be wild chill. There's nothing to be angry about. You know what I mean? But no, seriously, even like there is obviously, but at what point does the podcast not become just a place for people to forget about the bullshit? So we're just gonna we're just gonna
Yeah,
sit
we could
here.
just focus on Kabam's bullshit.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for. We wanna bring in the left and the right to just focus the rage at one center point. And that's really just Kabam. When I open my game, I want to be able to click every tab and not just have like alliance, home, and settings be the only three things I can click for some reason.
Bruh.
Um, it's
It killed my whole vibe. I was like, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna do some EQ because
yo,
it was a
they just
time.
stole EQ from us last night.
They-
Yeah,
and it happened right when I was in the mood to play. So I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like I was in the mood. Like I was about to do the thing. And I was like, do I want to just go grind arena instead? And I was like, no, that's not what I wanted. So I closed the game and then I forgot to open it again. So
dog. I sat here and I was doing it the whole day, like just letting hero use gather around and like just sending 6 stars in to go do like the early low level EQs,
hmm
and then you're like EQ gone, and I'm like, no, it ain't. And,
I put a screenshot in the Discord though,
and
because
then
I
I saw
was
and then I saw the screenshot, and I'm like, that's a very convincing Photoshop. And then I went yonder and touched the Marvel Contest of Champions square on my phone, and it was like EQ gone, and I was just like, fair enough.
Not just
Uh,
EQ, but EOP was gone too.
oh yeah, yeah, true, true. I got done the EOP so fast
I
this week.
didn't.
It's
I didn't, and I don't know if I'm gonna try this time because
yo, Angela
I
can
ain't
do
got
it,
it.
yo.
She can, but my problem is that I'm getting real frustrated. Like I've had multiple issues, even in AQ, where like even if I go to tap something, it's not doing what I expect it to do.
Mhm.
So I'll be like hitting block and I'll go in for a medium, or I just won't do anything and I'll just stand there with my hands down like a dumbass. Like I can't. I'm too high strung right now to
Yeah,
handle like fuck ups that are not of my own doing.
yeah, yeah. I think like we said this before, but the worst part about any of the input controls is like making a mistake and then not knowing if it's you or the game. But then
Right.
when you know it's the game and not you, and like you wouldn't have done some stupid shit like that, like it just
Yeah, and I'm not about to waste my resources on limited time um quests just because I still have like act 7 that I can do. Like I would rather focus my time and energy on something that's, still going to be there when like I'm ready to come back to it. I understand that the rewards from EOP are, fantastic, but I just like personally, no, can't do it this time around.
yeah. They buffed the rewards this time too,
They
to
did.
and which I wasn't like I guess to like this conversation like one lean to the other, but like them buffing the rewards so at least throne breakers can also get one full T3A and one full T6B is a really good move in my opinion.
Yeah.
Um, Especially because like I totally forgot how close you really are to Paragon once you 100% Act 7, and let alone if you 100% Act 7 and then also get like the little deal at the end. Because I
I
just
am I am 1.6 thousand units away from 10,000.
nice, yo. Like it was one of those things where I legit forgot and was like, oh yeah, like you do just get a whole 3 to 4 rank up gym. So you only need to rank up 2 champs, not one. And I've been looking at it like I need to rank up 3 champs. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's only two. And then all right, well I'm almost to my first R4, so like this would get me like halfway to my next one. So I'm like, yeah, like let me start doing it. But EOP itself, especially, coming back after July 4th, just really certified that like I'm really happy I didn't get any of those 4th of July deals as a
Right.
throne breaker. At least like the unit ones didn't seem too bad for me, but the ones that you had to spend money on just weren't my vibe. Um,
I got that 1,001 and I was like that's it because nothing that they're offering is better than what I'm trying to get from Act 7 once I'm like to that point.
here's what happened to me, and I guess this will also cover another news story we can touch on real quick because I don't have all the facts and figures in front of me. But so Cavalier just got the Cavalier EQ just got updated,
Mhm.
and it has way or no, all the EQ got updated. It has way better rewards. But if you're Thronebreaker, Cav EQ has um another objective which is 100%, and I believe it gives you like a third or a quarter maybe of T6B or some shit like that in
Mhm.
T3A for doing it. And I was like, that's really good. Like I'm happy to see now it's like in just the casual drops of the meta. Like you don't have to go out and find it in the harder content. Like if you
Right.
wanted to, you could theoretically only play Cav EQ now and become Paragon one day. It would take long as hell, but you'd be able to do it. Um, and then the July 4th deals came. And they got leaked, of course, and some of the leaks were misleading and wrong. But I was looking at them, I was like, they seem cool, but we didn't know what like the money deals were going to be.
Mhm.
And I happened to be watching, I think, Karate Mike when it hit 1 o'clock, and he was looking at the deals, and he was like going in order, and I was like, okay, this seem okay. And then he got to the Odin, and it was a whole T3A and a whole T6B, and I was like, that's actually not that bad, because just for one, I know I'd be able to R4 my first champ. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's what's up. And then I was like, oh wait, he Paragon.
Mhm.
Let me go see what let me go see what that Stormbreaker's got. And I was like, no, ain't no way. Ain't no
No,
way. Ain't
not
no
at
way,
all.
G. I'm not paying you the same amount of money for a third of it. Like, no.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Like I was like, I just gotta hope that, like, like T6B is gonna become more prevalent in the meta, and it literally did within like a week or so. And I was like, all right, cool, sweet, because like as it stands, I was just gonna be saving my not my money but my units up
Yeah.
for the Cyber Weekend deals and stuff like that, and then gifting if I didn't use them there. You know what I mean? But like
Yeah.
these did not look like that good of an actual deal for Breaker people to be partaking in on the dollar side. The unit side seemed fine. Like I would have got one of the 10,000 unit offers, and then probably tried to double dip and go Paragon and get those as well. But like, nah, I'm good right now, yo. Like it just is what
Yeah.
it is. But like Eternity of Pain, especially his first week being, once I saw the champions that are in there, I was like, all right, there's nobody with like bullshit like just in their kit, if that
Mhm.
makes sense. I was like,
Yeah.
well, technically Hercules is 100% bullshit, but
Yeah. But
I was
like,
like, there's ways around his bullshit. You know what I mean? You can stagger him, do something, or just pop a S3 at the very end. But I would say I think this is a much better intro to Eternity of Pain, like that first week, than Crossbones was.
oh yeah. Yeah.
Um,
That Crossbones fight, that very first time I tried to do it, I was like, do I actually really know how to play this game? Like,
yeah, I was just thinking that shit.
do do I
Especially,
do I play this game? Am I
es-
sure? Because I don't think I
especially,
do.
especially for going from like back in the day with Cav 6.1, where it was like everybody's like, "Oh, you got to be able to beat this Crossbones to go Cav," and then you fight him, and you're like, "Oh, I got this." Like I understand. Like I might die like he like once or twice, but like I can fight him. And then you
Mhm.
go fight this EOP one, and he's like, "You're dumb.
Mhm.
You're just dumb and bad at the game." And
Yeah.
you're like, "All right, that's cool." Like
Yep. You're
I
bad
don't
and
know.
you should feel bad for how bad that you are. Like
Yeah,
I was just like, oh, okay.
so it hurt.
All
It
right.
hurt. I'm not gonna lie to you. It hurt. Like witnessing it over and over. It hurt because it happened to me so much. And then one time, it just didn't happen, and I was like, I can't take my foot off the gas. Like fucking. Speaking of which, so this won't affect you as much because you don't have a 6 star. But the best option to kill Herc is Herc. Um, in an almost laughable sense, like he Herc dared hit me when I had him down to like I want to say 50%. And I can't explain it because I don't think you've done it yet. But there's this like it just becomes like a tap game at the once you become immortal because you're like I need to keep attacking you
Mhm.
to keep this shit up, and I just beat his ass in the corner over and over and over and over until he got to 1%, and then just let him throw a special two, and then we both just sat there with like 2 HP just staring at each other, and then I just kicked him in the chest, and I was like, all right, like the only one that was it felt better easier was Tigra, who I did first, making the mistake thinking that Tigra, after hearing about her, was a without looking, I thought she was a raw damage champion as well. So I was like, oh cool, I could just use Tigra and get all of this done at once. And you can't, but my God, does she just put him like just in the corner, Because like you need the I forgot the name of the node, but the one where you have to like hold block to gain power, and
Oh yeah.
you just keep heavy spamming homeboy in the corner just over and over and over and over and over and over. And then you just throw your specials every once in a while. And he just like the health bar just starts going from left to right, just real quick. And then as soon as he pops immortality, he just gets staggered away, and the fight's over. And I was like, all right, cool. Like I think when I did that one, I got him down to like 40%, 50% in one go, and I was like, oh, I see how easy this is. Dope. I'm gonna just go do this. And then it took me like 5 revives to finish him off, and I was like, I hate everything about this stupid ass game. Like, I cannot believe that. And like, and like, by the time I had that realization, I was like 2 revives in. And of course,
Mhm.
one of the revives was just you walk in there and just get pieced up, and then
Yeah.
they just take your 40
As
units and
per
tell you
usual.
they just take your 40 units and tell you to go have a nice day. It is what it is. And I just sat there, I was like, this is stupid, but I was like, there's no way I'm turning back now after I invested like 120 units into this fight, as
Mhm.
if that's like an extraordinary amount. But I am so greedy when it comes to my units in this game.
Me too.
Not like we're going to finish this fight right here, But yeah, I didn't mind it that much. I can't wait to see what the rest of the ELP is going to be. Hopefully, I'll hit max rank again this time, and I'm hoping maybe by the end of August be in Paragon. But I really don't care. Like, I'm not gonna lie at all.
Yeah.
I have no worry at all about it, being that it seems like the next big thing would be it would need to be uh like gifting or the cyber weekend for a reason. I need to be Paragon, so I got months away with that. I can just chill out, and I don't even want to do the Cavalier, the Paragon ELP objectives, because I believe this time it was psychic shielding, and and
Really?
yeah, and Pug was I ain't seen Pug get handled like that in a minute. But my man Pug was upset, like at one
Oh
point, like
man.
I really felt like I was gonna hear him say like, "Get your hands off me, you rapscallion!" Like he was really just getting tossed around by Hercules, and I was like, I could see it. Like they gave him all the nodes in the world. Like
Mm, yeah.
it, it just is what it is. But speaking of new things in the game, have you tried or fought Gore or Valkyrie yet?
No, I haven't gone into the EQ yet. I was intending to last night when the shit happened. But no, I've been too busy with work, so haven't been able to get in there yet, but I want to.
Yeah.
I so I don't know. Like I heard that Gore was a bit of a noodle, so I don't know. Like I don't know what to expect because I feel like I don't know. People could just be saying that.
I know. I want him because he looks cool,
He does
and
look cool.
and he's not suicide friendly at all, to the point where like you kill yourself actively by playing as him.
Maybe that's why
Um,
people don't like him because I don't run suicide. So except for
yeah,
that
so
one time.
yeah, that one time at band camp. And I like I want him. I do. Fighting him didn't seem that hard. I think I had like one misstep, and then I was like, okay, like I'm just gonna beat your ass now. I went back and realized that with Cav Q, it's not actually harder usually by any means.
Mhm.
So you can just still out damage everything and win fights. So I just went back to doing my 565 domino with the Flaming Trinity
Mhm.
and pairing having my way to success. And it worked because all that happens when somebody doesn't incinerate, which I can't remember if Gore did or didn't. I just switched to the full combo and then just shoot him with an S2 and a critical bleed still works. Like
Mhm.
Valkyrie, um,
She looks so good. I
she
like her.
does. I love her combos. I kind of hate how detailed she is, kit wise, but I want to find out.
Mhm.
Like it's interesting to see because I still haven't done it myself yet, but it's interesting to see a character where you're supposed to throw your specials into their blocks, but there's
Mhm.
never a point when you break their block or stun them to get away. So I'm guessing in the S1 and S2 itself, there has to be a motion where she backs up enough that you can recover without getting hit like right away and shit. But
Hmm.
she'll be great for invade nodes. Um, she looks cool. That's all I really got. Um,
Yeah.
after I feel like even maybe I feel like because I don't think they showed it in any of the what do you call it, the trailers for Thor: Love and Thunder, and I don't know Gore's abilities in the actual like 616,
Mhm.
but after seeing the movie, like the root mechanic would have been a good time to show up again on another champion with Gore. Um, Especially just the way he just does things with his sword. Like it just is what it is.
Mhm.
Speaking of champions that people think are mid, um, Mighty Thor got an update. Thor Jane Foster.
Yeah.
Um, it happened. I hope to see another update. It it doesn't do anything special.
It doesn't.
Like, and here's the thing: is I'm still happy it does what it does because, from my understanding, I know like her new Sig ability change, but her old Sig 200 Sig ability is now just in her base kit, which is wonderful. I'm
Mhm.
happy because that's all I wanted for Guillotine, and they took it away from her. But she's just so painfully mid when you fight with her.
I know.
Like there's just not a reason to use her. You know what I mean? Like there's like you're never like oh like or at least I'll say I haven't seen yet a reason to be like oh yeah let me go pull out the Mighty Thor real quick and fuck shit up. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's always just no like there's at least five other mystics that I would pick before I pick you. I don't know, dog. Like I feel like they did what they could, especially with all that we knew from the trailer.
Mhm.
It's definitely this is I would say the opposite of the Rentra effect, where once they see the movie, they're gonna be like, oh, we could have done a whole lot more with this version of Thor, which they didn't do. Whereas they did the most for Rentra, and the movie did nothing for Rentra
Nothing.
with Multiverse of Madness. But we won't speak too much about Thor because Monique still hasn't seen it.
I sure haven't, and I probably won't get to see it for another 2.5 to 3 months. So
It was it was so beautiful, yo. If you didn't like it, I am sorry that you don't like fun and happiness. It just is what it is. There's so many good movies that are about to come out, and honestly, like this the one thing that I will say looking back on it that made me I think smile the most watching Thor: Love and Thunder, and this isn't a spoiler, but it's just that at the very end of the Marvel Studios logo, Kamala Khan's in that shit now, and I was just like,
nice.
yeah, I was like, yeah, dog,
I gotta
we out.
catch up on that.
It was so good. I loved this week's episode.
I want to watch it, but I'm in too miserable of a place to appreciate it the way it would like. So I need to wait a little bit.
Yeah, it's it's so happy.
Yeah,
It even when it's not supposed to be happy, it's still happy because you're just still happy to be experiencing this.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like it's the Teen Titans Go at 6 a.m. effect. Like you're not mentally ready to be that overjoyed,
Mhm.
and you're going to fuck around and get off this podcast and go watch Kamala Khan, and then go on Twitter and talk about this is everything wrong with liberals these days because your brain just fully broke, and you're like, no, I can't do it anymore. This is the whole liberal agenda. Like I can't
I
fuss
hate
with it.
you.
It just is what it is, you know. But yeah, the movie itself was cool. I just I just got a fucking a Discord. Um,
I'm gonna
what
be
do you call
nosy.
it? No, you can't. I got
Oh.
the. Well, you know what? Okay, so I think we talked about this person before, and you'll know exactly who I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
But have we discussed on the show the person that came into the other alliance and was cheating?
I don't think we did.
Okay, yeah. So this is good
Although my
because
memory is bad, so we could
hey,
have.
hey, you know what? I want to say I want to say we did it. You know, so well we can put this story here. But good news to everybody that wonders about cheaters and accounts fucking up different things, and like what it'd be like, how long it takes for like the anti cheat to like get in there and grab them. It seems to not be that long because we had a person come join the all seeing, the starter alliance that we have, which has more people in it than the actual alliance at this point, I believe. um but basically that's where you go to if you need to build up your account or just want to get a feel for the game before you want to do more stuff, because we're map 6 in the all knowing. And also, like, we don't want to explain like simple things like clearing your path in AQ. This isn't what our alliance is for, but you can help people with the baby alliance, and give them tips here and there. And even if they go find another alliance afterwards, you know what I mean, like they uh still get that sense of community and sense of learn. They can still like learn everything they need to do.
Hmm.
um this one person, I'm just gonna call him Bob. um bob Bob came to the Discord community with a question one Sunday ago, like I would say like 3 4 weeks ago, and being like, yo, I can't even remember what he really said, but basically he got insta banned because he tried to play MCOC on his computer. And now, right when I said that, there's two different things that happen in everybody's head. There's the people that play MCOC that are like, that'll do it. And
Hmm.
then there's the people that don't play MCOC and be like, why is that an issue, Sterling? Well, I'll explain. There are many games that you can play on, I think BlueStacks is known as the emulator, that you can play Android games on your PC. And that's well and good. I know Marvel Future Revolution lets you do it. It's probably preferred even just because your computer is usually more powerful than your phone. Um, but for This game, the hacks have gotten so prevalent. I would say the two biggest ones being that you can auto bot farm units in arena
Mm-hmm.
using emulator, and I think maybe doing it on your phone, but I know for sure with the emulator. And also they can just make it like, like you could have like what, like the super good AI, so you just always win the fight, or like immortality or just some shit like that. I've seen with like older hacks that usually get caught. But because the game is so competitive in the high end, in a PvP like sense, except we don't actually fight the actual person, we're just fighting like, like their characters, not like a actual real-time PvP fight. There's certain things you can't do in this game without getting banned. You
Because
can't.
ranking matters, just
Yeah,
to simplify it.
yeah, exactly. And one of those things you can't do is use an emulator to try to play the game. You must use actual phone. That way they know for sure the easiest way. You're not trying to do any other bullshit. Like,
Well, just another aside, not just a phone, you can use a mobile device, but it cannot be a computer. So you can
true.
use a tablet as well.
Yeah, 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 true. I should say that. Yes, yeah. I use my iPad all the time. I'm sure many people use their Galaxy tablets and all those. It's just you cannot use an actual computer. It has to be able to be installed on the device without any like third party software or anything like that. And they tell you that when you first start the game. There's like a little in-game mail thing. They started shipping out and being like, "Hey y'all, don't fuck around, and do this." And
Hmm.
like most of us, like the Most High BG himself, most people don't read those things because they have words in them, and we don't need to read words. Um, so he was confused as to why uh he got banned, and we were like, "Well, good sir, it's because you cheated." And he's like, "I ain't cheat," and we were like, uh rules is the rules. The game said you cheat, you cheat. He's like, "This is bullshit," and I'm like, "Nah, this is Contest of Champions. When do you get to come back? Because did you get insta banned, or or a perma banned, or does it have a date? You know what I mean?" And he kept trying to log in all these other ways. I'm like, just log in on the device that you normally play on. It should tell you. And I think it told homie like 13 days. So I was like, cool. You can come back to us in 13 days. You're free to stay inside the Discord, because you're already here. You cannot be in the all seeing chat because you're not a member of the all seeing until you get your account back, because we're not just going to have like AFK accounts in the alliance. It's for active players. And I remember him getting like really upset about that,
Hmm.
being like, "You're going to kick me?" I'm like, it's
Yeah.
as it like, yeah, we're going to do that because we're not a place for cheaters, and also it's super easy to add you back. Like,
He was also very upset that we didn't give him the benefit of the doubt. And my thing is, I don't fucking know you. Why do you think you deserve a benefit? I don't know you, sir.
dog. So it was two things. It was the fact that he wanted to benefit it out so hard, but two,
So
there
hard.
there was no doubt to benefit from. You told
Right.
us what you did.
Exactly.
We know the crime. We seen it. Like, you self-reported, dog. Like, and we believed you. We believed you. We were like, yeah, that's a crime.
Yeah.
We'll see you, you criminal scum. And he was like, "How dare you call me a criminal scum?" We were like, "Because you did crime. You did crime in a scummy way. Therefore, you are a criminal scum." And you know what I mean. I told him, I was like, if you don't wanna wait that long, you can always just make a new account. You're definitely super early on in your MCOC game playing. Like, whatever you have on an account doesn't matter that much. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And I think he might have did that, and then also came back with his other account once it got freed from the corner, and just to let me know, because I don't check in on people. You know what I mean? Just let me know that they felt falling all the way off with MCOC. But does anybody in the Discord has anybody in the Discord expressed like a want to play um what was it? Paper RPGs in digital form. And see
Okay.
here's the thing, because this happens to me not that much anymore, but it used to happen to me a lot. And I had to get let's just say a outer shell, a exoskeleton of bitchiness, if you will,
Mhm.
to stop this from happening. I don't think I need to do that again, but this person is in the Discord and
Mhm.
just hit me up to ask a question about the humans in the Discord
Mhm.
when I've done so much. I've even hit up people. Shout out to my homie Uncliche who's helping beef up our server, so it can just be a doper place for people that come to listen, or come to like play the game and stuff. And like we have like vote bots and polls in there and stuff now. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
believe one of the poll bots, if I'm not mistaken, even thinking back on it, was suggested by this to me from this person, and they didn't take access to it, and instead just asked me. But sir, how would I know what everybody's thinking? But wouldn't it be amazing if there was a tool that you could use?
What's wild is that we've already done this for other games. Like you've done this for Dislight, you've done this for Mirrorverse. People just bring up a fucking game, and if people are into it, they're into it. If they're not, they're not. Like, say your piece in general. That's where everybody's at.
That's why it's called general.
Exactly. Like, I
So
mean, I don't know. Like, is he shy? Like, I don't know. I don't
I,
know.
I don't know, dog. I don't know, but I'm sick of it. I, I'm sick of it.
Oh man.
I've dealt with too much stupidity in the past like 3 weeks to I'm on like this is so stupid, and what, like, you're gonna get it,
Hmm.
but I'm on my Red Foreman mode right now, like that. This is definitely gonna
Yeah.
like segment a part of our audience that doesn't know Red Foreman from that '70s show, but like
Oh god.
it's
Yeah.
very hard for me right now not to just end every sentence with dumbass. Like every
Yeah.
single one is just like you're just a fucking dumbass, Like I'm so tired of this. Just no. But yeah, if you want to come start playing the game, you know what I mean, all seeing, come hit us up on Twitter. We'll get you in there.
We're
Besides that
really
person,
nice people. It's just that, common sense is necessary, to playing this game, but also to just like being a part of our community, because for the most part we're all adults and we don't want to have to, handhold somebody into being an adult and just doing like
yeah,
normal expected shit. I
we
just
all
don't have the
got
time.
real life shit going on,
Right.
and like on top of that, I'm not gonna sit here and be like a person that monitors what everybody's thoughts and feelings are so I can give people answers when that's what
Right.
the Discord is for. You know what I mean? Like don't they like people used to do that shit with like the Destiny clan and stuff. Like people would hit me up to like set stuff up, and I'm like, don't go talk to the other 90 people that are in this
Yeah.
clan right now Don't don't need me because you're just putting more shit on my plate that's going to stress me out. But
Right.
also,
There's no point in having a middleman. What
right
for?
when we got the middleman right there, it's a little blue alien named Discord.
Yeah.
Like you hit me up on the thing where you got to ask the people about the thing. Like that's wild to me, and I don't. And like here's the thing, I can tell them right now, yes, because that sounds like something I would be into. You know what I mean? Like I could get down and jiggy. You know what I mean? With some tabletop RPGs in digital form. You know what I mean? Now would the people I play with probably be different than what that person would expect from me? Maybe it is like only you, me, and Quita, and maybe if we're allowed a fourth, Donnie, of course, because Donnie's always welcome. But like it would be like a communal voting party for
Mhm.
whoever got in there, because you ain't trying to mess the vibe up, especially a vibe that's that long standing. You know what I mean? Like a tabletop RPG game is
Yeah.
different from even like dog. I've almost quit all Fortnite matches just because people have been annoying. Like and like they have this idea like, well, you're obligated to be here. Like no,
Mm-mm.
I don't. I will. This shit don't matter to me, dog. Like I'm about to be 35.
Life is too fucking short. I,
Like
I I I I told my mom, I was like, listen, I have a second chance at life, and I am not trying to waste it doing anything I don't want to do,
yeah, dog. Like nah, dog. I will straight hit an
including this
emote.
fucking job I got. But that's another story.
We got to save that for the paid for the Patreon part. You know.
mm, mm,
I,
mm.
I was telling Quita. I was like, I think we just at this point we might need to make like and then some come back just as a Patreon only version thing, because like the gaming was a great part of gaming and then some, but
Yeah.
that and then some was also that and then some also without me realizing it was like a 5 year therapy weekly group therapy session. like, like we 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 we
Oh
saved
God.
we saved so many people from just venting for that like hour to that like half an hour
Yep.
before we went to news. I'm like, I think we might need to bring this back, yo, because Monique is just going all the way through it. You know what I mean?
Bruh.
Like, and then it's just like some shit you just want to scream about, but you don't want to put it on a podcast that's specifically for a thing, not because you don't want to talk about it on that platform. Like, you know, like you like if that was the case, you know, we wouldn't have done episode 3 about being all about pride, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But you want to dissociate sometimes
Yep.
and just think about good stuff, and you can't. Like you just straight up can't sometimes if the shitty things are everywhere, which they are. Like
Mhm.
so it gets to be like on the content creators, like are we about to be like, you know, like what the episode right now is going for like 45 minutes, so like it's probably going to be about an hour. Like are we just going to be an hour of funny times in LMAOs for the crowd, you know what I mean? Are we going to give the lamals, or are we going to take the lamals from the people? um that's the question I really ask myself every time I get behind the mic. You know what I mean? Um, I honestly I got nothing in my brain right now, dog. Like if you need me to keep talking, I can go for another like at least another
I mean,
90
I mean,
minutes.
we still have some stuff to cover. We got to
All right,
cover summoner camp.
take it away, Monique.
Oh God. Well, to keep, to keep it as brief as possible, summoner camp is back because fuck summoner appreciation. They want us to do all this shit and then go click. Listen, I will boycott this game if I end up having to scroll down to click the new shit in the summoner fucking camp little menu thing again, because that shit got on my nerves last year. When you got close to the end and it said you had some
Oh
new shit to get,
yeah.
and it would only bring you like two or three rows down past the first one,
Mhm.
and then you just have to scroll the rest of the way. Why are you making me work so hard for my rewards?
Why
Why
is
couldn't you just give them to me in a calendar? Why? And they like they have like the resort pass for $10, and then the and I still don't know, like I have to look over it again, because there were um there were some 6-star crystals in the little in the store, but you have to get 3 of those fucking Deadpool coin
hexa
things.
badges, yeah.
Yeah, and I only saw one of them in the thing, so I have to figure out how you get the other ones.
No, so with the Summoner Resort is it happens 3 times. So,
Oh,
yeah, so that's why all the rewards look kind of just okay-ish because we're getting 3 times the volumes of them just
I see.
now from August, September to October, and you get one of those hexa badges each time you fully complete one. So you can waste it early or take all 3 and get one of those crystals at the end.
That's too much. Why didn't they just give me a calendar? I don't
I
understand.
engagement. I it's gotta suck. It's gotta suck to like sit behind like the desk and make a game and decide what parts you need to make less consumer friendly or like player friendly
Yeah.
because you need certain things to happen, you know what I mean? Cuz like I would love, especially like the way they just did it like as a 33, well, or like 96-day calendar split up by 3. That
Mm.
way if you fell short, you know what I mean, it wasn't the end. Cuz like it wasn't like before where like if you missed like the first 2 weeks, well, go fuck yourself. Like why even check in anymore? And
Yeah.
you know,
Some of those people got fucked.
yeah, so like at least that's being fixed. You can also hold 3 objectives now instead of just one, so you don't have to like play every day like they wanted you to before, which is nice. Also shout out to EOP for being there because like mine was like Dex 25 times. So I just ran in there against Hercules. It just dexed it 25 times and left. I was like, all right, cool. Like I felt like there were like, are we not going to finish this fight kind of vibes? And like I was
Hmm.
like, no, like I wasn't even trying to get you past 99%, dog. Like my only job here was just Dex, like. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. The one thing I need to see is I didn't do any research to see if the Summoner Resort Pass last year was $20 or if it was $10. But I feel
I
like
think the resort pass was 1999.
that's what I thought. So it's weird, but like props to Kabam for not being as shitty as they could have been because they could have made this $60 to get the resort pass 3 times, but
Yeah.
now they moved it to $10, meaning it's only extra $10 in total, which is more money. People can yell about that, sure, but like
It's
it's
$10. I spend more, on coffee each month. Like the little
yeah,
things I don't mind, and I know that the little things add up, and it also is supporting Kabam in some way, but the way I see it is I'll support with the little purchases, because that is that's my enjoyment in the game. Like I'm that part isn't about Kabam, that's about me doing what I want to do in the game. But there are
hmm
some things like, the July 4th deals and everything that, you know, I said no. I wasn't doing it
yeah.
because
Like if the game had what I wanted in it, like it would have got the money out of me probably, but like
yeah.
the Summoner Resort, I looked at it because like also like the Summoner, because there's 3 different stores right now, but there's 2 different stores for the camp. The
Mhm.
one store, if you go look in it, has 3 of the hexa badges for the dual class crystals,
Yes.
and then the other one has them, but they're Nexus crystals instead.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to the good resort because I'm still trying to get Human Torch. Like I'm still struggling out here in these streets, dog. Like I need a torch. I just need a 6-star torch. My wife has a 6-star. I want to say awakened rank 3 torch. She's not even Thronebreaker.
I be forgetting that Quita plays the game. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Dog, she plays so much more now. She just vibing, leading the other alliance. So she just be down there, just
Oh
chilling.
shit. Oh, okay. That's why I don't, because I don't be seeing her in the alliance. So duh.
Yeah,
Of
yeah, yeah.
course she's in the other alliance.
Yeah. She runs all seeing. Um, but yeah,
Good for her getting her boss bitch on.
yep, yep. What is it? Gatekeep, gaslight, girl boss. Yo,
Yes.
it's the motto that we stand by. What do you call it? Yeah, like she told me, like she like I got him at rank 3. She's like, one day I may do the rest of Act 6, and I was like, my nigga, like the speed at which you're going to go past as Act 6, especially once you get past the champion, is going to be stupid. And I'm tired of hearing you talk about it because because like you have a R3 and you haven't even passed 6.2 yet, like
Mhm.
you don't even really need to look at fucking the nodes on 6.2 champion anymore. Like just go beat them up. It'll
Yeah.
work. Like it'll work, like you're fine, dog. But yeah, like with those smaller purchases, I don't mind it, and like I'll pay for bigger purchases when they seem worthy,
Right.
and like for me, the July deals just weren't hitting. You know what I mean? Like, and for some people, like like it's one of those things where like I think, and I think this happened too with like contest champions video and like the feedback he got on it, which was a lot. Um, which was like some people can't just look down the road like 6 months or so.
Mhm.
And as soon as I saw those deals, I was like, yeah, I wouldn't spend my units, like I could seeing like the urge to pull the trigger because you have the units and you
Mhm.
can get the offers, but
I'm not gonna
if
lie, it was hard too because I had like 7,000 units at the time, and I was like, I could get two of these instead of just the first 1,000.
right,
But
yeah, but like then when you look at them, it's just like I feel like even if you're not Paragon by the end of the by November, just the Thronebreaker rewards in general will be better then. You know what I mean? So spending
mhm.
18K in November seems smarter than spending just spending 18K in July, and that's always going to be the thing. Like the next one's always going to be better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like when there is, I feel like we just hit like an important corner with the way the resources are dropping. You know what I mean? So like I fully understand being like, yeah, I'm gonna just wait it out for a little bit and see where I'm at, because also I know with Contest Champion he was talking about doing like a blitz run and finishing 7.3 and 7.4 to like get Paragon in 2 days, but
Mhm.
couldn't do it for July 4th. So I think he's holding now to wait for what do you call it, the Thanksgiving deals and shit. But
Yeah.
like that's way cooler of a thing to see than just a person just like kind of fall into Paragon, which a lot of us seem to just be doing.
Mhm.
Like I think what our one player in the All Knowing last night just like got his fourth R4 with Kitty Pride, and it's just like, yeah, like I'm looking at my team and I'm like, I'm basically good whatever way the gym falls, that I'm gonna have a bomb ass R4. Like if I get mutant, it's Kitty. If I get Mystic, it's Scarlet Witch Sigil. If I get Cosmic, it's Hercules. If I get Tech, it's Iron Patriot. You know what I mean? If I get Cosmic, it's Null. And yeah, that's really it. The other classes don't matter, and it really they're all just going to be Iron. Do you know how much strength is taken not to just be like, I'm gonna just make Iron Patriot my first R4, and and have my first R4 be a complete dub, like just a complete never, like like might have the only R4 that doesn't show up in your bio. You know what I mean?
Oh God.
Like dog, like just thought about it, just for the meme because I really don't care that much. But I'm like, but I do got Hercules though. Like the numbers are big and they're red, and then also they're yellow. And I was like, but I could probably add on like one digit to all those numbers if I rank forward them. You know what I mean? Like it just is what it is. And no, like Null is just that that boy Null different, yo. Like he just
I still have to figure out how to use him because I have him as a 5 star, and I just like
it's
I
pretty
tested him
simple.
out, and I was like, so what does he do? I don't know. I think I was
All you
thinking too
do,
basic.
all you gotta do is parry heavy medium, and then if it's a shorter fight, parry heavy medium up to the S, almost to the S2. Before you get to the S2, throw your S1, and then by the time you get to back to your S2, the armor breaks to be on. So then throw your S2 from there, because I think you want to still parry heavy medium now whole time after the initial S1, and
Mm.
then just keep throwing heavies until you get to your S2, and then you just fire it off with mad armor breaks. And I believe you can instead do the S3 instead of the S1 if you want the corruption to last longer.
Oh.
But it all those living abyss charges, you just change them in the armor breaks. That's all it is.
Oh, okay. So
That's
that
how
is
that's
all
how
it is. I
yeah,
see.
that he's super simple, but it's just the way they gave him so much shit makes him he looks like visually what Valkyrie is when I read her kit. Like I
Yeah.
just be staring like this nigga difficult. And then I used him. I think I was watching like maybe a Jason Voorhees video or somebody, and I was like, oh, this is super basic. Like this is super basic to be this strong of a champion. And then you just like
I
because
think that's
also
why I was confused. Like it is super basic, and I was like, there must be something else. So
no.
no, there's nothing else. That's what it
Even
is.
even if
Okay.
you want to, in like really short fights, you can just fire off the S2, and that's it. Like you ain't gotta wait. Like he's strong. He is.
Nice.
In my head, I just really started drifting off and thinking about Null the same way BG thinks about Null.
Wow.
Did first off, so have you seen the videos from the great Simon that are editing BG's chats now, streams to just say the most foul shit?
No.
I got to show them to you offline. But yeah, there's this dude named Simon. Matter of fact, I think if you just go into like the MCOC show Twitter account, you can probably find like in our likes that some are there. And he he just straight up takes all of BG's stream footage and then just splices it together. And it's beautiful. It's one of those things that like it lets you know that you got a good community. You know what I mean? When like somebody's like, I'm willing to go through hours and hours of this just to make you say
That's
funny
right.
things.
That's so much work. I was just thinking about that. Like you have to really like somebody to like, oh man, that's a
And
lot.
he did like 3 in a week. Like, and he thought like he just wouldn't keep coming back. And then the worst thing was like I think the first time it happened because the stream replayed for me last night. I did like one of those things where like I fell asleep before his stream was ending, and then
Mhm.
woke up when the replay of the stream started. So I thought I was still in the same stream because it was like 2:30, and sometimes he will go to like 2:30. So I was like,
Mhm.
oh, and then I was like, wait, those aren't the right arena champs in the bottom left corner. But then like I saw what was about to happen. I'm like, nah, I gotta watch again because like he ends up watching a video and then immediately says something that's so sus, as the kids would say, that immediately he knows like this is gonna go on a video. Like I think he's talking about like if some R3 champ is or some champ is R3 rank worthy, and he says wank worthy instead. And as soon as he says it, like he just gives that look in his eyes. He's like, "Fuck!" And then he just does that the full streamer slide back when they're just like mad low in their chair because they're defeated. Yo, I was just like, yeah, yo, it is what it is, dog. Like just this man Simon just took the chat by storm. Like I think he's done 3 of them, and
Wow.
it's just good content. I think matter of fact, I'll send you one BG also put a video up himself, linking one, and yeah, no, it's been great quality content. I've loved the space the actual creative side of MCOC has been in for the last like
Yeah.
week or two. Shout out to what do you call it? MCLC Trucos. Without him, we would have never got Seaton back. And
Yeah. True that. Welcome back, Seaton.
see,
Welcome back.
Seaton back in his bag, and I like dog the way he be responding to niggas in chat be having me crying because like somebody was like, "Give us a new tier list," and he was just like, "Nah." Like he just like, nah, mate, not gonna do that. I'm gonna have fun instead. And
Yep.
I was like, I fully
Good
respect
for
that, you know.
him. I
Like
respect it.
burnout is so real, and like
Yeah.
especially like when you burn out doing something that you love, it hits way
Yeah.
harder.
It
Cause like
does.
if you just burn out like at your job, but you don't fuck with your job. Like you may just quit your job. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it may be that somebody may do that. You know what I mean? I'm not pointing any fingers. You know what I mean? I'm not pointing any fingers at all. But it's one of those things you can do. But like, let's say you love the profession you're in. If you burn out and then quit, you also may never want to go back to that profession again. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the same thing with a game. You can love MCOC, but if you burn out from it, like, and you just start getting those negative, like mental triggers that happen when you turn on the game, like it just makes you not feel good to play the game.
Mhm.
You're just not going to play it, and then you just end out like kind of sitting on the sidelines and being like having that moment where like, oh, I kind of want to get back in. Like, no, you don't. Like you don't want the stress of it. You know what I mean? But like
Yep.
now seeing back and he just having fun, yo. Like it was wild. Like I think Karate Mike did Cav EQ, or no, he did EOP, and Seaton did Cav EQ, and I'm like, I'm watching this because Seaton was talking about like, yo, like I ain't tested a node in like I think he mentioned like the last new node he saw, and it was some shit from like early Act 7, and I was like,
Mm.
oh, you're about to like like I was just waiting because like I didn't know what nodes are going to be in the EQ, but then like the first node is Cosmic Grit, and he's like, oh, Cosmic Grit, I know that one, and it just looked like an old man trying to walk again. I was like, yo, I'm so happy you back, yo. Like you, you ain't want them to hit you with no super masochism too out the gate, yo.
Right.
You're like, well, but there's already a masochism. Why does there need to be a super masochism? Like that doesn't need to be there. We could just not do that. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, no, I'm so happy the way the community is right now. Like everybody just seems to be having like a really nice time making all this different content. MSD is out here just making new content constantly. I think he just put up a video of I mean not Symbiote, Spider-Man 2099 taking down Gore so
Nice.
effortlessly. I just ranked 2 to my Spidey 2099.
Mine
Um,
is R2 as well.
I'm about to rank 3 on when I have this stuff, and if that gym falls on science, like he just going up, dog. Like
Would you do him before Gwen?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Gwen Sick 200, and also if I do use Gwen, I'm never allowed to use her in battlegrounds where I feel like they'll auto ban
Uh,
Spidey 2099, but like they usually auto ban my Gwen just because of how strong she is. But my God, when she slips through the cracks, yo, like you know how like, and I know you're gonna know this one. You know how like we've done incursions matches, and like you've you've came out of your incursions fight to a loss because you took a L, but you see like I'm already done, or like the reverse way. It's
mhm.
like that, except you won, and then they just been sitting there dead the whole time because Spider Gwen's still at 83%, and she just got all 5 evade charges. It was like,
Mm.
no, no, don't touch me, no, don't you touch me. It's so fucking good. Yeah. Like every time, like I'll be looking at people they're gonna bring in, and I'm like, oh, that's a really good evade counter. See how it works out for you, and then I come out to fight and they're just dead, and I'm like, that's embarrassing. That's wild. Like, all right. And, and then like there'll be every once in a while where like they'll let me have my Spider Gwen, and then they'll put a champion out there to attack, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go use Spider Gwen, and I'll just slow and stop the unstoppable and just keep it moving and just fly through the fight. Like she's the best, yo. I love her, but yeah, it would be she would go up definitely, but it would be him first just because of all that utility. Because I still don't
Yeah.
have a Red Guardian I use, so like he'd be my first buffless champ to
That's
go to
cool.
rank
I
4.
just got a 5-star Red Guardian like the other day.
Word.
I was like, oh, I've been looking for you for a while.
I have you seen have you finished Stranger Things?
I am still on season 2. I have not
Damn,
moved forward. I
damn.
told you, I have a hard
Yeah,
time with shows that like just give me more questions than answers. Like
yeah. I
I
forgot
need
about that.
answers.
Well, I will say you'll get all your answers by watching what is currently out. But
I know, but that's so much to catch up on.
nah, it's not because it's short. It's short seasons, like 10 episodes. Like you can
Yeah,
you
but like that's 10 episodes, but I like with my job and everything, I don't be watching like TV like that. I
yeah,
don't
I
be
know.
having time. And then after that, they're going to be like order me. Don't you know they tried to order me the other day for another double? They're not even supposed to do that until I'm off training.
That I'm really sorry that you lost your job. All right, I think we can wrap up the show there. So yeah, this is the MCOC show. We'll be back in another 2 weeks to talk about whatever's happening in the game. Hopefully, we'll be able to have tested Gore and Valkyrie by then. I tried to get Gore out of a crystal. I got like a 3-star Spider Ham instead. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I wasn't
Yeah.
paying the 50 to get a 5-star Gore. I love that we
No.
can continuously do that now because that's a guaranteed champ. But I like chicken. Uh, no, I ain't gonna hold you. So yeah, that's it for us. You can find us on Twitter at the MCOC Show. That's TheMCOCSHOW. You can find me on Twitter at the Wound God. That's TheWoundGod.
And you can find me at Token Psycho, TokenPsycho. But I don't
And
be talking about a whole lot of shit, so
nah,
just know
yeah,
that in advance.
me neither. Like you're gonna get like one tweet every 2 weeks out of me.
I mean,
That's
I
what
be
it is.
tweeting. I just don't be talking about shit. I just need people to know that in advance. They need to know what they're getting if they
But
follow
that's
me.
the best kind of Twitter account to follow. Like everybody now has like an agenda and like a thing they're trying to do. You know what I mean? And it makes Twitter kind of boring. I'm here for like the '09 through 2012 Twitter accounts that just weren't talking about shit. Like
You can find me, you know, defending the validity of would you love me if I were a worm? Like that's the kind of shit that you're getting from me. That is like the caliber of tweet that
I
you can expect from me.
I just saw a TikTok um last night from a person, and I'm gonna just send it to you because one of the things was it was like the whole he's a 10 thing,
Hmm.
but inverted. So it was like he's a 2, but he's a worm, and they were like, oh, that's a 15. Oh my god, I love him so much. But there was like such a litany of them, and like some just felt like real life shit that people had to go through to get that joke to happen, yo. Like
Damn,
yo, like
I
he's a
fucking love
6.
TikTok. They can
He's
have
a
all my data.
Yeah, it is what it is, yo. Like they got me, dog. It's the only social media app I can open up and smile. Like
Yeah. You
like
know what's real funny? I saw a TikTok and they were like, I don't mind the fact that TikTok is giving my data to the Chinese government as long as the Chinese government doesn't give it to my government. That's when I have a problem.
I mean,
I was
I,
like, you know what? You're right. You're right.
uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Go vote, people.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.